Boys and girls, moms and dads, it's the protest show. Welcome to the Idiocracy Banana Joe's Republic, Episode 6. I'm your host, Thor Ramsey, fighting the rising tide of wokeness one joke at a time, and I'm mostly sane, which says a lot in these times. Just so you know, this is a comedy news program, note to YouTube, so I could be making all this up, just like MSNBC. This is not real news. I'm like Rachel Maddow, entertainment. On a side note, she kind of looks like my elf on the shelf. Now let's get to our segment today on voter fraud by emphasizing there has been no proof of voter fraud, note to YouTube. But if there was any proof of voter fraud, but there isn't, let the YouTube algorithm be aware, this is the proof that doesn't exist that I would present if there was any proof. It has been reported that in the black neighborhoods of Detroit, there were no checks against illegal ballot harvesting, drop box abuse, signature manufacturing, stacks of ballots showing up from out of nowhere, and there was no ability to do a forensic audit or recount after the event. All that to say, things ran normally in Detroit. The voter irregularities, not fraud, are being explained as mistakes. People make mistakes. They all just happen to make mistakes in favor of Biden. So it could be said, voting for Biden was a mistake. Biden should be concerned, though, because it's not like the Democrats to keep their mistakes. They usually abort them. Every president, a wanted president. Remember that, Joe. And keep in mind, Joe, these people are for late-term abortions. You're not safe. With Kamala behind you, you're a marked man, Joe. You're a marked... I think you knew that going in, though. And now the protest show's exclusive interview with Lance Armstrong about Joe Biden's unprecedented victory. Lance, thanks for being with us today. Is there anything the Democrats can learn from your cheating?
They'll probably do it again.
I guess not. Mail ballots went to dead people. Mail ballots went to abandoned mines in Nevada. Mail ballots went to vacant lots in Pittsburgh. Mail ballots went in the garbage. All that proves is we're a diverse country. But let's be honest, if YouTube so allows, you're not really in office, Joe, because black people wanted you there. You're in office because rich white people paid poor black people to get you there. But let's not call that racism. Let's call it bribery, otherwise known as a deal with Hunter Biden. Here's how ballot harvesting works. Not that it took place in this election, note to YouTube. It begins with a white liberal like Mark Zuckerberg who donates $350 million to nonprofits in black communities like Detroit and Atlanta because it's been obvious for years. Zuckerberg is down with the homies. However, you know, whatever. ABC. The haircut says it all, huh? By several sworn accounts, the ballots simply appeared unmailed, unfolded, through the back door. Through the back door. Come on, Democrats. I thought you guys were progressives. The back door, really? Sorry, Mrs. Parks, you can't come in here. You have to go around back. 30% of Democrats believe the Democrats cheated. Just so we're clear on things, when I make fun of Democrats, I'm only making fun of 70% of you, not the sane 30%. And that's shocking in itself, that 30% of Democrats are sane. But the stats don't lie, baby. The stats don't lie. And if the press doesn't take that seriously, then wait, what am I saying? We already know there's something wrong with the press. That's why YouTube has to put up little banners. After the 2020 election, there is only one thing we can say as a nation. Nixon, we apologize. In hindsight, that Watergate thing wasn't that big a deal. Sorry we made such a fuss about it. Finally, there is something that completely explains the lack of outrage over valid claims of voter fraud in the 2020 election. Satan is the god of this world, the prince of the power of the air, the spirit that is now at work in the sons of disobedience. Well, thanks, Bible, for clearing that up. I'm Thor Ramsey, and I hope you're less woke, America. I hope.